Hi everyone, my name is Hiroaki Ebinan. It's very hot these days in summer. Do you ever get exhausted by the heat? Have you ever had to drink a lot of water because you can't stand the heat? Or it is too hot to rest comfortably in the car? Or the air conditioner doesn't work as well as you would like? You can insulate your car. Now, we would like to see the difference in temperature between a car with an insulated seat and one without. I will tell you how to insulate your car with as little money as possible. This insulation measure will reduce the rise in temperature inside the car and make it easier to spend a hot summer. For example, here is a comparison of a car with and without insulation measures. On the left is a step wagon without insulation seat. On the right is an Atlas truck with an insulated seat. Comparison of temperatures with the window glass closed and with the window glass open. With the window closed, the temperature in the car without the insulation seat is about 36 degrees. The car with the thermal insulation is shown below. The temperature of the car with insulation was 35 degrees. Next, we will test both cars with the windows open. Now we open the windows of both cars. I took the measurement at 30 minutes after opening the windows. It is very hot outside, so I did not test for a long time. Sorry. I would like to check the temperature of a car without insulation. The one without insulation seat was about 36.5 degrees. For those with insulation seats, the temperature would be about 34.5 degrees. The difference is about 1 or 2 degrees. For me, the difference is only about 1 or 2 degrees. But it doesn't seem bad. I think it is good that the temperature is different even if it is only 1 or 2 degrees. Now, I would like to explain how to make it. Yes, I would like to start now. The car receives a large amount of heat from the sun on the hood above the car. Therefore, it is necessary to protect the car ceiling of the hood from heat. What we need to prepare for this is this: an aluminum sheet that reflects radiant heat and a bubble wrap that creates a film of air. Measure and cut the sheet to the size of the car hood ceiling. Cut the sheet to the size of the car hood, and also that the bubble wrap sheet to the same size. Measure the size of the car ceiling when making insulation measures. For example, suppose the car ceiling is 40 cm wide. Cut it down. For example, and suppose this is 100 cm wide and 40 cm long. This is the bubble wrap one. Measure this at 40 cm and 100 cm. It looks like a visible place, but when you face the ceiling, you can see the line written on it. But I can't help it. Or I can cut it bigger so that you can see it. Or I can make it cooler because I don't care so much about the appearance. If you care about the appearance, it would not look good. If there was such a strange thing on the ceiling of a car, so well, it is for people who want to do something about the heat. I'm sure if anyone I know saw it, they would say, "What the heck?" They might say that such an advantage is amazing because the temperature inside the automobile is cooler than in other people's cars, or the air conditioning works better. If you want it to look better, so I'm sure there are other better ways to do it if you want to spend the money. If you want to do it without spending a lot of money, this is a way to do it. In fact, this seat is also a bit pricey. if you prefer to spend less money. This is a cheaper version of the same aluminum seat, but if you're going to drive your own car, a good quality seat will make a difference in temperature. The difference is that this one is made of aluminum with a layer of air underneath. This one and this simple aluminum one are thinner. If you ask me which has better insulation performance, this one or this one, I would say this one has better insulation performance. So I use this one. I use a good quality aluminum seat because they are totally different. The aluminum seat reflects radiant heat, so I install it so that it faces upward and the bubble wrap comes under it. The bumpy side of the bubble wrap should be facing up, and the smooth and straight side on the bottom. After all, sun's rays have heat, and aluminum reflects it, so this should be on top. And if you care about the appearance, think about it a lot. Otherwise, attach it with gummed tape, etc. Also, it's not a temporary fastening to attach it neatly, but in the end, I do not care so much about the appearance. So the temporary fastening is like this too. You can use this as a reference to see how you can make it a little cooler. Or you can put the insulation sheet on top and put a stylish sheet like wallpaper on the visible part. Well, this part will be covered with duct tape, so it doesn't have to be very pretty. Also, this will be attached to the ceiling, but at that time, if the gummed tape is not adhesive enough, it will come off later. So it is better to reinforce the gummed tape further if it looks like it will come off. If you reapply it later, the adhesive strength will weaken. So it is better to apply it properly and firmly. The aluminum part is on top. The bottom part is the bubble wrap. This seat is used for cars, but it can also be used for other buildings. That's how I insulate my store like this. This is my shop. The shop is also insulated in this way. This shop is made of slate, but when it is insulated like this, the heat is better. I insulated the building in this way and turn on the air conditioner to make it easier to spend time in the house. This is what it actually looks like. More duct tape is applied to the ceiling so that the duct tape sticks to the steel. You should also put insulation film on the window sill. The left and right window glass areas are opened and closed so they can peel off if not applied properly. The seat on the window glass is a seat that is applied to the car with UV and heat insulation effects. Please search for car UV cut film on Amazon.com, etc. I have been using regular window UV cut film to cut down on cost, but it has been about 6 months since I put it on, and it doesn't stick very well. Therefore, if you want to get a good result, it is recommended to use ultraviolet car film for cars. Also, depending on the country, some cars may not be able to pass automobile inspections, etc. So we recommended that you use a transparent car film. Also in my country, Japan, there have been cases where car maintenance companies do not provide service, such as car oil changes. If you put a car film on your car, to apply the film, measure the size of the car window frame and cut it. Then, wipe the film with a mist of water and paste it on the car window. On reflection, in my case, it was a film for ordinary window glass. so I could not apply it neatly. Please refer to the instruction manual of the product you are purchasing before applying the film. I think the temperature will change a lot because you can insulate the food of the car and window glass with this film. So please make your car life more comfortable by DIY. This channel is to bring you the improvement of your life. If you found this video interesting, please give it a high rating and subscribe to our channel. See you soon. Bye bye.